All right. All right. All right. We are live, live, live. Good morning, everybody. Wow, it is Friday, September 4th, and it just feels like this month going to move and groove like the last one. So, cheers to that. All right. So, good morning. Happy Friday. Hope y'all are having and have had a good week. And you're ready for some more training. And this is our 5th of 5 trainings for the week. So welcome to that. Before I get into the content and the topic, I'm going to bring on Ronan, my co-host. Where are you, buddy? There you are.
Here he is.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Excellent. Well rested, ready to go.
Fired up and ready to go. Excellent. Well, we're going to share our secret weapon today.
Yeah.
The old, we're going to zag when other people are zigging, or are they zagging and we're zigging? I don't know. But either way, we're going to show you something that's going to cut through the digital noise of what's going on out there, right? Because everybody's transitioning to online. Networking events and all that stuff is online. So how do you get through to people when they're overcome with and overwhelmed with content online? So I'm going to scoot out of the way, but just as a reminder, we are live. So please do comment and ask questions, whatever it is. Just let us know. Even if it's the recording, we'll circle back and answer any comments that come up later. And enjoy the training.
Let's do it. Okay. So my wallet's in the background. At least there's money in it. The kids haven't attacked me yet. So anyway, they're still doing their schoolwork. Yeah, this is a great way to really distance yourself from likely what your competitors are doing. It's also a great tool to stand out. As Ronan mentioned, we're all online. It seems like all the time, whether it's a Zoom meeting or Facebook Live or going through our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter feeds, whatever, email. There's just so much noise. And the noise level doesn't seem to be slowing down. It seems to be increasing, if anything. So what I'm going to share with you today is a system that we use to cut through all that. So let me share my screen and boom, boom, boom. There we go. And where are we? There we are. So here's a question that you can answer either in chat or you can just think about it. But what do businesses need more than ever right now? And it's interesting because I've been asking this question on this training for a number of months now. And a lot of answers come in like, well, they need to be open. They need to reopen. And that's very true. And that's still unfortunately true for so many businesses out there. So that's 100% a fact. I live in a state that I read recently, we have the most closed businesses of any state that are not going to ever reopen again, which is just horrible. But other than reopening, what else do businesses need right now? So things like customers, revenue, profit, product. One of my companies, it's hard to get product because of supply chain issues, right? So those are all things businesses need. What we're going to talk about today is something else that they need, and that is an efficient, low cost, low out-of-pocket cost way to get someone's attention. And there are lots of ways that we do to get people's attention right now in business, right? We run Facebook advertising. We send emails out. We do LinkedIn campaigns. We do LinkedIn advertising. We do Google advertising. Lots of different things, if maybe you're in a business where you're doing things like on billboards and print magazines and things like that, TV ads. That's all ways that we can get people's attention. But a lot of those ways that I just mentioned are either A, expensive, or B, really complicated to execute, especially on your own. So what we're going to show you is something that's not that expensive, very simple to implement on your own or with a VA or with a team member, and gets the other person's attention and the right person's attention if you use the tool properly. So I'm going to share with you a couple of actual business owners that are also using the tool and what kind of results they're getting with it. And then I'm going to show you what it is and how it works. And if it's something that you're interested in experiencing, I'm going to give you an opportunity to actually be on the receiving end of me getting your attention. So anyway, let's go on. So here's Bo. Bo runs a private insurance agency, life insurance, auto insurance, business insurance, the whole gamut. And a few months back, he used this tool called Banner Season to reach out to his existing customers. He literally just sent a card to his existing customers. And this particular card, which I'll show you here in a moment, it's highly personalized, right? So it's not the kind of thing that you're going to go pick up at the Hallmark store and send. Do Hallmark stores even exist anymore? I don't even know. It's been so long since I've been in one. But anyway, you get my point. This is something that is personalized. It is meaningful. And just by sending out literally 50-cent cards to his customer base, he generated more than $250,000 of new insurance business. This was just a few months ago. So that's one example of someone using it. I guess I don't have another example for you, but I do have some on the end. So if you're in a business that has customers, you can use this. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how this thing works. So you're probably familiar with drip campaigns from like an email system like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or Infusionsoft or stuff like that, where you can put people, name and email address, if you will, into a tool like MailChimp, let's say, or Constant Contact, maybe is what a lot of people use. And then every so often you can either blast out an email message to everybody on your list, or you can set it up in advance so that every week or every month or on certain dates, they get an email, right? Something from you to keep you top of mind. The challenge with that, especially with email, is you're lucky to get a 15% or 20% open rate on those emails. So for every 100 emails you send out, you're lucky, you're doing really good, in fact, if 20 people of those 100 actually read it. And you don't know which 20. So it's a really difficult, and there's, I don't know about you, my email inbox just every minute just seems to fill up with more email. So there's a lot of deleting going on there. So so this works similarly, except instead of us going into someone's inbox through email, we're literally going into their mailbox. And I don't know about you, but when you get mail, unless it's junk mail, like some advertisement or something like that, or some magazine or some circular that you didn't ask for, you're probably going to open it and you're probably going to read it. And especially if it's mail that we send using this tool. So the kinds of stuff that we send, and here's just a 10 series campaign that we built, are things like a card with some brownies, or a card with a $5 gift card to Starbucks, or a card with a coffee mug that's personalized with their name on it. Things like this. So it gets their attention, comes in a box typically. And there's all kinds of things that Banner Season allows us to send and personalize. The key is personalize. For example, when we send out just a simple bag of caramel corn with a card to a client or a prospect, everything has their name on it, even right down to the label that's printed on the caramel corn. And when someone receives something like that, it just is very impressive, because it shows you took some extra time, some extra care, probably spent some money to do that. And you did, but it's not as expensive as you think. I don't know if you can see these prices here, but to send out a greeting card with a couple of personalized labeled brownies literally is $7 plus postage. So it ends up being about $10. So if it's somebody like a client or a prospect, someone you really want to impress, get their attention, is it worth $10? Is really the question you want to ask yourself. And hopefully you're in a business where it is. So that's an example of how this works. You can also just send a simple thank you to someone. So let's say you meet somebody on LinkedIn, as an example. We do this all the time, where we meet somebody on LinkedIn. All week we've been teaching you different techniques and strategies to connect with people, nurture those relationships, ask for appointments. It doesn't always work. through just LinkedIn. So oftentimes we'll take 30 people or so over a month, let's say, people that we really want to have a conversation with, and we'll send them a card with a couple of brownies or a coffee mug or something in the box. And we do that. The way we do that, for next week, I'm going to show you a specific example of what we send, but just to give you an idea, we try not to make it weird, but it's kind of fun too, right? So when's the last time you connected with somebody, had a conversation with somebody online, and then a week later you get a box of cool stuff in the mail? It's probably never happened. Okay. So in our case, it happens all the time. So we say in the card, hey, Jill, Jane, Bob, whoever we're sending it to, we recently met on LinkedIn, and I'm sending this to you for 2 reasons. Number 1, I want to put a smile on your face. Number 2, I want to get your attention because I'd like to have an appointment with you. Just call it what it is. And people appreciate that direct approach, and you don't have to mince words. You don't have to dance around it, right? Just tell it what it is. And it is fun to put smiles on people's faces, and it does. So that's a strategy. It's a very different strategy, as Ronan said. This is like we're zigging when everybody else is zagging. So if you're using what we're teaching you in a way to generate relationships, new relationships, or even just reignite old relationships, this tool is really powerful. Let me show you a couple of examples of the kinds of stuff that we send. So a number of months back, I sent Adrian, who runs a photography studio here in Las Vegas, this package over here on the far left. It was kind of making fun of the fact that at that time it was difficult to shop and buy toilet paper because everybody made this. I still don't understand this whole run on toilet paper back months ago. But anyway, I digress. So this was a little fun way to get someone's attention and put a smile on her face, and it did, to the point where she is now using the same system in her photography business to thank clients that come in and do portraits with her and ignite relationships that haven't done work with her for months or years. And so she went ahead and sent a thank you package to Charlene, one of her, I think, client actually. And Charlene posts a picture of it just like Adrian did for me all over social media, tags Adrian and her business in it. It really does make people happy. And this is the kind of social media marketing, honestly, that money can't buy. When you send somebody something in the mail, they take pictures of it and post it. So like back in the day when Facebook was new and everything, and we go to a restaurant, we take pictures of our food. Remember that? All right, maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you never did that. But it's the same kind of thing, except this is way more personal. So and then another example, here's on the far right. This is we called it our social isolation survival kit. And we sent out a bunch of these personalized boxes of goodies to prospects and clients. And again, here's an example of Tess and Tom, who run a CPA firm here in town, who took a picture of it. They even spent time to put some little emojis on it and posted it online, thanking us and tagging our business. So this is the kind of advertising, the kind of goodwill that for $10. I mean, seriously, it's really hard to put a value on that. So here's a realtor, Rusty. Good. He's now become a friend of mine as well. He uses it in his real estate business. So if you're in that business, and you're looking for a way to stand out from the crowd of realtors out there, I know it's a seller's market right now. At least it is here in Vegas. But those of us that are familiar with real estate know that it goes in ebbs and flows. So if you want to stand out from your competition here or wherever you are, Rusty sent out a $10, one of these $10 packages to, I don't know how many people. I think it might have been 30 or 50 people. So he spent a few $100 on it. But his return was amazing. He got 2 real estate transactions out of $300 or so investment. And so, those real estate transactions are worth tens of thousands of dollars each. So he sells in Southern California. So I don't think you can buy anything in Southern California for less than $500,000. But anyway, so that's how he's using it. And then there's Bill. He runs a wine sales business. He's a wholesaler of wine, of all things, into restaurants and restaurant groups and things like that. Recently, he got a new order for about $800 from a restaurant group. I think it was up in the Napa Valley area. No, it wasn't Napa. It was somewhere in California. And they were at the time, I guess, taking orders from a number of different new wine sellers that they hadn't done business with. He followed up with one $9.63 package using Banner Season to the restaurant. when they got the package, they called and thanked him for it and placed a $10,000 order. That is a way to, that's what I'm talking about when I say a way to cut through the noise, right? None of his competitors did that. He did it. And he's the one that got the 10,000 order, probably because he just took a little bit of extra time, spent a little bit of money to really impress them, get their attention. So those are some examples of some different types of businesses that are using this. And I also shared with you how we use it in our LinkedIn business as well. And I'm going to come back to full screen here. If I can find myself, there we go. And there's Ronan to add. Oh, there, and he's got a package. All right, good. I recently cleaned out my office, so I'm missing all my boxes. But one of the cool things, I'm glad you showed that because it reminded me of something. This company takes so much care, like even when they just send a couple of brownies, like it's not just like floating around in some cardboard box. When you open these boxes, and the card is sitting on top, and then you got the brownies, they're nestled in all this cool, like, and Ronan showed that with all that blue, I don't know what you call that stuff, but
like
it's decorative.
Tissue paper.
Yeah, and it's, sometimes sometimes it's blue or green or purple, whatever, but it's just an extra touch, and so it looks high class, right? And for $10, I mean, you can't get that anywhere, especially personalized. So,
all right, well, let me pop this up. So Fiona has a comment.
Need ways of connecting to customers online without wasting so much time. Yeah, I mean, this is part of it, right? So if you followed, and I know you have followed our training this week, Fiona, is when you start connecting with people or ramping up your connection requests with people on LinkedIn, what we do is we put them into a spreadsheet and just look at the names and titles and things like that. Maybe we visit some of their profiles and we categorize them and literally handpick the people who we really, really, really want a conversation with. And when we do that, we send them a packet, and it's a standard package with 2 brownies and a card typically, or a card and a personalized coffee mug and a brownie. And it's just like I said, we say we're sending this to you to put a smile on your face and get your attention because we'd like to have an appointment, period. I mean, and
that's pretty straight up.
It's pretty straight up. I mean, and you should be. And not everybody's going to respond, but a lot do. So that's it. So if you want to sample this for yourself, if you're not already part of Banner Season, I think a few of you watching are. I will have Ronan put up our secret weapon link. So you go to briansmarketingsecret.com, and if you fill out the form that's on that page, I will automatically trigger a gift package that'll be sent out to you, not today because it's Friday, and probably not Monday because I think it's a holiday Monday, but the next business day, this company, Banner Season, will send you a personalized gift box from us. And it's pretty cool. And we don't have to do anything. The campaign's already set up, which is, I love the fact that we can just set it up and forget about it. That's what I got. Set it, forget it. Make someone's day.
All right, cool. We have, hang on one sec. So we have Cindy.
Hey, Cindy. Yeah, so Cindy's part, she is a Banner Season customer as well. And she was saying she made a really cool mug for her surf instructor. It's cool. Yeah, I did something similar. I took a course on how to improve my presentation skills. I hope it's working. Don't answer that. And I sent a personalized water bottle to the coach because he's a keynote speaker, and speakers always need a good water bottle. And one of the items we have in there is a water bottle. And he's into mountain biking, and so I had a picture of a cool mountain biking scene and his name on it. So I imagine the next time I see him at a speaking engagement, he very well might have that water bottle with him. So anyway. Oh, that's right. I remember Fiona from Ireland. That's right. It's all coming back to me now. That's right. You were my first international shipment using the tool. So, and it was cool. It only took 7 days to get there. So not bad.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Well, that's all I got for Friday. I am off to taking one of my vehicles into the auto shop because every so often that needs to happen. So,
hey, so $64,000 question here. We're go or no go on Monday?
Oh, we're go.
All right. So
We'll
you
be here
heard it here
Monday.
first. We will be back on Monday with our message to market to message match. And we'll
Yeah,
restart the
maybe we'll do
conversation.
an extended training because it is a day off.
Yeah. So great time to join us for about 15, 20 minutes and get the foundation of everything that we do and move from there throughout the week. All right. We'll see
All right,
everybody. Have
everybody,
a
have a great
great
weekend.